Hey, welcome to Mirrorverse Education. Today, we're looking at two-step equations. So, let's go. Cynthia's learned that a TV series that she's watching has 1,680 minutes of showtime. Her TV has informed her that she's watched 630 minutes of that series already. Each episode is 35 minutes. Use an equation to determine how many episodes that she has left to watch. Alright, so here it says use an equation, meaning we're writing an equation, which means we need a variable. Alright, and we're trying to solve how many episodes does she have left to watch. So let's use E for the number of episodes. Usually you don't use E in math because it represents something later on down the road. However, we're not there, so let's use E. I could use S for shows, or M for minutes, or T for TV, or doesn't really matter. It all matters that what the variable represents, which is the number of episodes that she has left to watch. Okay? So I wrote this equation here. 630 plus 35E equals 1,680. And you're thinking, where did he get that from? Alright, let me tell you. It says right in the beginning part that the TV series has 1,680 minutes of showtime. So that's a total there. So I said that as equals 1,680 because that's like the total that we're going for. And then it also says that she's already watched 630. So that means that's where I'm starting from. It's 630. So that's, I put that right in the beginning. I know it's starting there. And then as she watches episodes, it's increasing. So plus, it's increasing by 35 times however many episodes that she watches. Okay? Alright. Now to solve this equation. First thing I'm going to do is I put this little bar down. And this bar, just one, it tells me where to put the equal sign. And two, it's a reminder that whatever I do to one side of that bar, I got to do the exact same thing to the other side. Because remember, an equation is balanced. Okay? It's equal. So if I do one thing to one side of that equal sign, I got to do the same thing, the exact same thing, to everything on the other side of the equal sign. Alright? So I'm trying to solve this equation here. I'm going to take the number that's with E, I'm going to save that for later. And I'm going to take that outside number, that's in this case is 630, I'm going to get rid of it. Okay? So in this case, I want to do the opposite or the inverse operation. And really there's a positive or a plus 630 there. So I'm going to do the opposite of that, which is subtract 630. And again, whatever I do to one side, I got to do the exact same thing to the other side. So 630 minus 630 is 0. And 1,680 minus 630 is 1,050. So I'm left with positive 35. And I know it's positive because up above is plus 35. So positive 35E equals 1,050. Alright. Now I'm going to do the opposite operation, the inverse operation of times 35, which is divide 35. And whatever I do to one side, I do the exact same thing to the other side. 35 divided by 35 is 1. 1 times E is E. And 1,050 times 35 is 30. Alright. You may think you're done, and potentially you could be. However, sometimes, just sometimes, we make mistakes. Alright? So what we really need to do is we need to check our work just to make sure. And how we do that is we take the answer that we got, that E equals 30, and we're going to substitute it, or we're going to put it in to the original equation to wherever we see an E. So it becomes 630 plus 35 times 30 equals 1,680. And then now we do order of operations to see, is that true? Because when we're solving an equation, we're really trying to figure out what makes this true. So I got 630 plus 1,050 equals 1,680. And then we're going to add those two. And I get 1,680, which is what we're going for. So now with confidence, I can say that Cynthia still has 30 episodes to watch on her series. Okay? So she's still got some time. Alright? By the way, if you were hoping more for just like, how do I solve two-step equations, then go check out our solving two-step equations video, okay? This series is more on how do you write and then solve two steps. All right, let's do another one. Several years ago, the school district had about 36,500 students. There has been an average decline of 800 students per year. Then use an equation to determine the number of students or number of years if this continues when the district will only have 30,000 students. All right. So again, we're working with the equation, so we need a variable. I'm going to use y for the number of years because it's asking us to determine the number of years. I could use n for years or t for time or x. It really doesn't matter. It just matters that you understand what that variable represents, which in this case is the number of years. So now let's use that to write an equation. And I wrote one already, which is 36,500. Subtract 800y equals 30,000. And again, you'd be like, where did you get this from? All right. So right in the beginning, it says the district already has 36,500. So I know I'm starting with 36,500. Then it says declining, so subtracting by 800 per year. So it's going down by 800 per year, so times the number of years. And then the goal we're trying to figure out is when will it have 30,000 students? So equals 30,000 students. Okay? All right. So let's solve this. Let's do our little bar there. Again, that's just there to remind us that whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we do the exact same thing to the other side of the equal sign. And I'm trying to get that y by itself. So I'm going to say that number that's directly impacting that y, and I'm going to get the one that's outside of that. So in this case, that 36,500, I'm going to subtract 36,500 from both sides, because that's going to give us 0 on that left side, and then it's going to be 30,000 minus 36,500, which will be negative 6,500. So overall, we're left with negative 800y. Wait, where'd that negative come from? Oh wait, it was subtract 800y, and subtraction is a negative. All right, so I'm just bringing that down. That's where it came from, okay? So negative 800y equals negative 6,500. So now I need the opposite operation of this negative 800 times y equals negative 6,500. And again, the opposite is of the multiplication, not of the negative. I'm going to be dividing, whoa, no peeking. I'm going to be dividing both sides by 800. Okay? And when I do that, those negative 800s cancel out, and then I get y equals positive 8.125. Okay? You could be done. However, that number is a little sus. So let's go make sure that actually makes sense. Okay? Let's make sure that actually makes that original equation true. So we're going to check our work. And again, I'm going to do that by taking that answer that we just got. I'm going to plug it into that original equation and then do order of operations. So it's 36,500 subtract 800 times 8.125 equals 30,000. Let's do order of operations. 36,500 subtract 800 times 8.125 is 6,500. Does that equal 30,000? Yes, it does. All right. So now, with confidence, I can say that if the school district continues to lose students at a rate of 800 students per year, they can make a prediction that they're going to have 30,000 students in 8.125 years, or 8 and an 8th year. Okay? So, again, if you were hoping more for like, how do I just solve equations and all this whole writing piece, then go check out our solving equations video. Okay? All right. So, if you want to see more examples like this, or see what we're up to at Mirrorverse Education, then visit us at mirrorverseed.com. Okay? Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Adios.